Welcome back to Lars Gagner Linux Gaming. Sold off our crap here in the Trade Authority. Let's go, Andreja. Can we go to Aquila now? Oops, wrong button. There we go. Zoom out. Let's go find Cheyenne. Wondering, can we go to Aquila? We're getting close to running out of stuff. Running out of stuff to do. And, are we gonna just have to jump through the Unity? I mean...
This is Freestar Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship.
Sure, we're good, buddy, don't worry.
You're good to go. Have a nice time.
Thanks. That explains why we couldn't land here earlier. So there is, if I remember, a quest that we need to do. It was a free creation. Something about cooking. What was it? The chef? The lonely chef? The something chef? Let's take a look. Now, let's take a look at creations. We only have a few creations installed with Lars. We have the Secluded Mansion, which was a paid creation, which is safe. Diamog, Observatory, Starborn, Gravasuit, Trackers, Lines, Choose Your Chunks. The Perfect Recipe. You can find many a story at Sinclair's books in Aquila City. One tells about a promising chef who had his life derailed by the Colony War. Yep. So, actually, let's walk in. Or run in. Wow. Maybe we'll get some bounties. We could probably do some more bounty hunting missions. Looking for reds.
If you're looking for a sidearm, I recommend Laredo's firearm.
No, I'm not looking for a sidearm. I'm looking for bad peoples that I can apprehend. Apparently there are none. Not today, at least. We're going to go into Sinclair Books. Hi.
If you want to purchase anything, just let me know.
The Orchid Merchant.
Have any rare finds?
Christmas Carol. It's weird. It's like it's making us pick this stuff up. Near perfect. There we go. There we go. It was that easy. Read the book. Near Perfect Recipes, signed Near Perfect Recipes by Chef Ocean Barbeau. Laughter is brightest where food is best, an old Irish proverb. How did I get my start? From a history book, believe it or not. The name Barbeau is French for barbel, a carp-like fish, and those who wore the name Barbeau on their jackets were fishermen. But unlike my ancestors, I preferred my fish on dry land, cooked over a searing hot skillet. And so I decided to trade in my pole for a pan and my nets for a knife. I have since spent a lifetime chasing the perfect recipe, and in this book you will find the fruits of that endeavor. Ocean Barbeau's Near Perfect Recipes is a kitchen book filled with flavor, a variety of dinner entries, popular with both laymen and master chefs alike. The inside of the book has the following handwritten inscription. My friend, Arabayan Bias, the only person in the settled systems who could lay claim to the perfect vindaloo. Well, we got any more books for you?
If you ever find an old earth printing of City of God, it's so nice to have a visitor.
Okay. Looks like we don't have anything for you. So, we have something to do, it looks like. Return the book to its owner. Well, where's that gonna be? Well, we should probably head back to the ship and... As usual, we forget to check status, but that's okay. Let's go check status. This suit is cool. It's part of that creation I pointed out. It's a free one, but there is a creation which I think is really cool that has you take suits off when you're, in a place like your ship. We don't really need to be wearing your suit, right? Let's just get this going, daytime, and let's figure out where we need to go. It should be, if my calculations are correct.
Last night was enlightening.
Wow, okay. Aid. Let's drop back some alien tea. And, we need some kind of food. Cheese, why not?
I
Should have us in good status.
hope to learn more next
Look
time.
who it is.
Hey, what's up? Adrian. So yeah, 224. And let's rock and roll. What's next? Where do we go? We need to go to Aquila City, return the book to its owner. Somewhere in Aquila City apparently. So let's go do that. Yeah, so there's a creation which makes it so you don't have to wear your suit on the ship. It automatically takes it off and all that
I
fun
have
stuff.
something
Like
for you,
here we are
Captain.
out of town. Now, apparently, the rightful owner is somewhere there. Let's actually hook up the map. Somewhere over there, eh? Let's go to the core. All right.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts
63
everywhere.
meters, eh?
There's so many facilities.
Harb, I need you to come fix my faucet. It's been leaking for 2 days, and it's driving me nuts.
All right, I'll be there as soon as I'm finished
Harb.
here.
But it's leaking now. I need you to come now.
Do you have
Really?
cotton in your ears? I said I'd be there when I'm done.
Whatever. Out of my way. What do
Yeah.
you want?
Not worth it.
Now, where was I?
Harb.
Oh, this goddamn machine. It's not usually this cranky. I bet in a past life it was a crankshaft. Or worse, a screw.
Well, you look familiar. Maybe I can help.
No, I think I got it. It's better for me if I figure it out myself. Best way to learn.
True.
Even
You're
if it
speaking
means
to
I
a
get
professor.
so frustrated I get reincarnated as a crankshaft in my next life. Wait, hold on. I think I got it. Let me just tighten this bolt here and... There. Good as new. And my apologies to you for being so irritable.
No, it's fine. I'm used to it. I have lots of students. You're fine. Didn't even notice.
Thank you. It's just hard not to complain when you have to deal with so much and have so little time. Oh, I must sound so ungrateful. I know I'm lucky to even have work. Let me stop with the complaining and offer you a drink instead. I have some coffee and tea at my workshop, if you'd like some.
Well, that sounds awesome. I'll take coffee.
Coffee it is. Hope you like it black. I don't have any cream or sugar.
I love it black.
Come, this way.
All right, let's go.
Apologies in advance for the mess. I swear, it was like that when I got here.
Let's go.
Welcome to my humble abode. Emphasis
All right.
on the humble. I don't have a bed, but I do have a kettle. Baby steps. Anyway, one coffee coming right up.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Here you are. Courtesy of House Harabajan. It's the least I can do for being so cranky.
You got pots on the stove there. You should be careful, buddy. You have a right to be cranky. That last customer is one of the indications.
Ah, right. Him. To be fair, most of them are civil. Some are even my friends. But there are a few that really grind the gears. Oh, it's not that I don't enjoy being a handyman. It's just... I've been thinking about my life a lot lately. And whether I've made the right decisions. What if I went right instead of left, that sort of thing? Where would I be now?
I've been wondering that myself. Any advice?
Oh, you've hit a fork in the road too. Well,
Yeah. Not sure if
I'd
I'm going to
flip a
jump through
coin.
Unity right now.
At least then, you have something else to blame.
Well, instead of left, you'd be right.
Oh no, is that a pun? My Pitachi loves them. Everything is a pun or a palindrome with him. It's exhausting. Anyway, I appreciate you coming here and listening to me vent. If you've got questions for me, I'll do my best to answer them.
I found something that might belong to you.
Oh, that. I forgot I left it there. But if I'm being frank, I'd sooner just throw it in the trash.
Why the trash? I think I'm missing something here.
It's because of the history between us. Ocean wrote that inscription as if she were my friend. In reality, we were more like rivals. You might read what she wrote and think it a kindness, but to me, it's petty. So I left it behind. But, like a bad habit, it keeps coming back to me.
Being rich and famous isn't all it's cracked up to be. You've got a good life here.
I know. It's just I can't help wondering, what if? I was 18 when the colony war started, with everyone off to fight. There was so much to do around here, and people needed help. Cooking fancy meals and becoming a chef just didn't matter anymore. But ever since I got that book, I've been wondering if I've made a mistake. And if so, maybe it's not too late. Maybe I can try and be a chef again.
War was a long time ago. Why'd you never pick it up again?
I wish I could tell you. I would come home from work exhausted, and the easiest thing to do was sit on my couch and eat chunks.
Well, yeah, that's what
At some
Red
point,
does.
that became my routine. It's funny, this place has a fairly big kitchen, and I'm using it to store my junk.
You got a pot on the stove, buddy. It's never too late to change. If you want to be a chef, be a chef.
You know what? You're right. I'm not that long in the tooth. I can still make a change. Okay. I've made up my mind. I need to gather some friends and cook a meal. A vindaloo.
Yep.
If it's good and my skills haven't eroded, I'm going to pursue this. But to pull this off, I'm going to need some help. With the ingredients and the guests.
Why? You got no friends? Ah, I can help you out, buddy.
Thank you. We'll need 3 things. Vinegar and spices for the vindaloo, drinks, and meat. And as it happens, I know 3 people who can help us. They just happen to be customers of mine.
All right. Where are we gonna get the meat?
The meat should be fresh, and I don't necessarily trust the vendors. I think we should bring in a hunter.
Oh,
Try talking to Shonda Harbison. You'll usually find her at the hitching post.
okay.
She's kind of a living legend around these parts. They call her Granny Oakley for a reason.
Okay. What about the vinegar and spices?
I can talk to the kings of the produce and spices. They run the farms here. But the vinegar has to be special ordered. I'd talk to Javier Mejia. He's the trader who sells a lot of off-world items to the local farmers. Palm vinegar being one of them. And a vindaloo has to have vinegar. It's in the name.
Who should I talk to for the drinks?
Typically, wine doesn't pair well with curry, but if we keep the spice subtle, I think it can work. Red wine is probably what we need. Back on Sol, they used to make it with that, before switching to vinegar. Talk to Anandita Devi. She's a food critic and grew up on Indian food, so she'll make for the perfect guest. She's usually over at the Stone Root Inn.
All right. My customers, not friends.
Friends can try to spare your feelings. Customers tell you exactly what's on their mind. Sometimes with expletives.
Okay. So, chef, was your dream?
It's hard to explain. Being a chef was a dream of mine, yes. But it was also a dream from 20 years ago. So much has changed since then. I'm not sure if it's regret, envy, or nostalgia that drives me now. But ever since I read that inscription, it's awoken something inside me. Maybe I simply want to answer that age-old question, what if? What if I had trained to be a chef like Ocean? Where would I be now?
All right.
Goodbye.
We're going to help you, buddy. We're going to help you. Man, your place is a mess. You need to clean up, buddy. Like, this is disgusting. Seriously disgusting. Ugh, chunks. If y'all remember, gastronomy, level 4. We're gonna help him out. Lars Gagner is, in some ways, more reflective of me than our other character, Red Gagner, who's a chunks freak. Where we gotta go? Where are we going? I did train to be a chef many years ago. It was one of my side hobbies. And I am a professor, and so's Lars. So,
Late
yeah,
one night, Annie
it's just
Wilcox
a
tried
thing.
to arrest me for public indecency.
Red's my counter character.
If you're looking to stay, Eloise can handle that.
Anadita.
My job?
Are you my blind date?
Everything else.
Oh,
Well, if you are terribly late. I don't think this bodes well for the rest of our relationship. In fact, judging by your attire,
you can cut
you'll
in,
be lucky
Andreja.
to survive the next 5 minutes.
I'm not late. You're early.
Is this another case of Aquila time? It's just an excuse for poor manners.
It's a
You
joke.
can't possibly be the person my sister told me about, which means I've been stood up. How quaint. Do you mind then telling me who you actually are?
Arbogin needs help with a meal. He needs wine and guests.
Harbajan sent you. In that case, of course I'll attend. On one condition. You sit here and take my date's place.
As long as it's not romantic, I got my wife right behind me.
Oh, you're no fun. Why set the rules before we even know the game? But fine, aromantic it is. Now, if you don't mind taking a seat here, we can have a little fun. Go on, sit. Step into my parlor.
Yes.
I promise I won't bite.
I'll just be over here.
Not right away, anyway.
We got a lot of bars
You can
in
come
the
sit
city.
down, Andreja.
All class joints. Well, except Aggie's.
I've already started with the drinks. Would you like a wine or a beer?
Wine.
May I suggest then this Pinot Noir from Chandler
Ah,
Vineyards?
one of
it
my
has notes of
favorites.
cranberry and licorice. Goes well with the dust. Now, tell me about yourself. Are you from around here or just visiting?
Kila's my home.
Then let me first offer my condolences. No one should be forced to live in this. That aside, you can live just about anywhere these days. It's more important to have the income to move about. What about a job? What do you do for a living?
I'm a professor.
Oh, so you're unemployed. You're lucky this isn't an actual date, or I'd be walking out the door. Granted, I am rich, so what you do for a living isn't really important. What matters more is that we have similar beliefs and politics. On that note, what's your religious background?
I'm agnostic. Maybe there's a creator, maybe there isn't.
I think of that as a positive. Religious people take themselves too seriously. Loosen up, have a little fun, please. Well, that's fine for the appetizers. Now, for the main course.
My wife's
Romantic
behind
history,
us, you know.
past relationships, jilted ex-lovers. I want to hear all about it.
You gonna jump in, Andreja? You first. Anything interesting about your past
None of them
relationships?
could really keep up with me, I'm afraid. When I travel the galaxy, I don't slow down for anyone.
Sorry, my love life's too personal.
Why? What do you have to hide? Honestly, these are pretty basic questions. Be glad I'm not asking you to take a chem test. Well, you have managed to keep my interest so far. Usually I get dreadfully bored by the appetizers. I almost never make it a dessert.
Actually, I'd like some dessert. I assume we're talking about food.
No, we're not. In any case, I've enjoyed our little chat. Thank you for playing along. And if I can be real with you for a second, I really appreciate you doing this for me. I know this wasn't an actual date, but being stood up is an absolutely miserable experience. Meeting you made it tolerable.
Well, whoever stood you up, it's their loss.
That's a fact. Here's the wine, as promised. The earthy tones of the Malbec will balance the pepper and complement the spices. Should pair well with the Vindaloo.
Malbec, that's my
I'll
other
do my
favorite
best
wine.
to make it to Harbijan's party. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. I'm an open book.
Howdy.
Andreja,
Just let me.
she gave me Pinot Noir, and she likes Malbec. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Pardon?
Well. Let's go.
We need to be
Next.
smarter, better in the way we handle the ash stuff.
My husband. I think he would have liked what I've done here. He so loved books.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Coma? How do you even find that stuff? Might not be the biggest selection in town, but our liquor gets the job done
Whoa.
as well as any.
Hey, Aggie.
I can guarantee you that.
Not sure why everything's
Yes,
lagging
Aggie.
really bad
I
there.
have spent far too much time.
Javier,
I
I think
do
you
not recommend
can get us some
What do you
spice,
want?
right?
Can't you go bother somebody else?
Wow. Wow, I want to bother you. You alone.
Lucky me. Look, I'm here on business. I don't have time to be dealing with strangers, so if there's a point, you should get to it.
Well, you should relax a little bit. Harbias wants to get some palm vinegar for a vindaloo.
Well, I haven't made a run to Paradiso in weeks, so I've only got one bottle left. But if it's for Harb, maybe I'll make an exception. How about this? I'll give you the vinegar and whatever spices you need. But you gotta do a favor for me.
Oh, of course. I'm listening.
Cool. Job isn't hard, but it'll take some finesse. So, a couple nights ago, security confiscated my goods. They accused me of
course.
smuggling contraband. Before they brought me in, though, I stashed something important in the porta potty behind Aggie's. Only problem is, I left the key to the box in the cell.
I gotta ask, what's in the stash, buddy?
It's nothing illegal, I promise. Just get the key and bring it back here.
Which cell were you in?
It was one of the cells upstairs. Key should be on the table.
Why can't you get it yourself?
The guard and I have history. I used to run with a rough crowd. Was what you might call a delinquent. I'm a different man now, but security, they don't ever let you forget who you were.
All right, I'll get that key for you, buddy.
The guards usually leave empty cells open, so just walk in, grab it, and bring it back to me.
You know a lot about the guards, don't you? All right.
You have a nice day now.
If we're gonna have a weapon readied, might as well make it a non-lethal one. I should probably not be shooting.
You do not want to go outside the city walls. The Ashton.
Okay. I've been out there before, buddy. It's not that bad. Don't worry. I've been in here before, too. We've been in here before. Hey, folks. How you doing? I'll be back in a second. I just gotta grab something. Close the door, Lars. There we go.
The low lives at the stretch just get worse and worse.
Really?
Nobody
Yeah, I
in
was
here
here
right
before
now.
and I had to get something out of the locker. UC Captain's Log. UC Cruiser Montero. Most of the passengers are relatively uneventful, but the final entry isn't urgent. Even panic tone. I barely have time to dictate this. They meet me back on the bridge. We were attacked by 3 cruisers, all bearing Freestar collective markings. It was a coordinated offensive. It came out of the debris field. 3 ships, 3 different directions, 3 different weapon types. And it took off. We're nearly crippled. Monroe can't even get the grab drive spun up. I can't believe my stupidity. Classic insurgency tactic. Walked right into it. Jumonville Glen, Ong Than, Kaldia, and now this. Great. In the textbooks for all the wrong reasons. Huh.
You stay on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, I'm good, buddy. Okay. Talk to Shonda. Okay, let's go do that.
I thought I was going to be fired.
The hitching post. Hi.
I'm proud to say this is Aquila
Rosie.
City's newest establishment.
You, Shonda.
Bank robberies. Ashton. Haven't had a quiet day in a month of Mondays. But if you ask me, a little noise ain't a bad thing.
You're a hunter, right? Agreed. It's boring otherwise.
Good to see I was preaching to the choir. It's the other folks who were singing off-key. In Aquila, there's always something, but it's all good fun if you ask me now. The Colony War, that was bad as all get out. But we're past that now. Anyway, I don't want to talk your ear off, seeing as we just met. Tell me what's on your mind.
Well, Shonda, Harb thinks you can help me find some meat for a meal he's cooking.
Andy Harvey said that? Well, he told you no lies. I know where all the best game is. In fact, I'm hunting a big one right now. You want to come with?
Kind of animal.
An Ashta, alpha of the pack. Got
right
teeth so
on.
big and breath so bad it'll blow the sheets off the clothespin. I've nicknamed him Bubba. Why? He looks like a Bubba. But for all I know, his mother named him Mortimer.
I'll join you.
Then let's go get it.
Let's go. Let's go do it. Come on. What do we gotta do now? Hunt down the Astra. Sure, let's go. I'm thinking. That's out there. Let's go.
You didn't hear this from me.
Looks like we need to go on the ship. Whoa. That didn't look good. All right. Well, everybody. Thank you for joining the Adventures of Lars Gagner in the Starfield. Wow, look at that. Grab some adhesive while we're here. That's a lot of blood. We've been here before, I think. Yeah, so hit that like button if you like this kind of content. Subscribing is free, costs nothing, and shows support for our channel. I don't know why I say "our" when it's just me, but anyway. And drop a comment. I love the comments, and I reply to them all. Take care of yourselves, everybody, and if you can, please take care of someone else. Just a quick update on the schedule for Lars Gagner Linux Gaming. We're going to shift things around a bit. Lorem's been having issues, and so it was just getting too nasty to release. I'm working on getting Lore Trim, which is Biggie's lighter version of Lorem, ready to go. So we'll see how that works, and hence the question marks in the evening. What we'll do for now, in the mornings, we'll do Starfield, Reg Gagner, which is my modded Starfield, and then Lars, which is my main playthrough, and then throw in some Lotro as well. So that'll be 2 times a week for each of those. On Saturday, finishing up with Lotro. Sunday, again, is grab bag. Either I'll rest and not publish at all, or it'll be a surprise if I put something out. And then in the evening, could be anything. We'll see. We'll see if Skyrim comes back with lore trim. I might spin up some other Skyrim mod list to be a Wabbajack. We'll see how that goes. It was just nasty. Lorem 3 running on my machine. It was bogging down, and it wasn't publishable. So I'd like to get back to that, but there's a lot of other things I'd like to get going as well. You let me know, and enjoy February. Thank you all for subscribing. We've hit past 140 subscribers, and I'm happy about that. Take care, everybody, and if you can, please take care of someone else.